Chapter 17. They finished an early dinner. Then June left the compound and made her way into Midway City. Her life had changed so suddenly that she hadn't had time to think about any of what happened, let alone make plans on how to deal with it all. She found herself overwhelmed and desperately needed some alone time. How do you deal with the devil when she can control your every thought? June drew in a breath of crisp air and looked up at the thick blood-red clouds that blanketed the city. Gunfire erupted in the distance, and a barrage of explosions sounded even closer. It was deceptively calm where she stood, in the city center, but it sounded as if there was a war raging, and not too far away. No one had told her what it was about, though. How do you deal with the devil when you can control your every thought? Action. June was fighting her own war, too. A monster lived inside her. One who wanted to control or destroy anyone who got in its way. June didn't believe she could control it, yet wasn't control precisely why Waller and Flagg brought her with them? How do you deal with the devil when she can control your every breath? Waller was just plain scary, but Flagg? June wasn't sure what to make of Flagg. If she did have a type, he wasn't remotely it. He was crude and clumsily distant. She supposed it was understandable why he wouldn't let any of the inmates get close. Showing those killers any sign of weakness could lead to disaster. Flagg didn't allow himself to get close to any of the SEALs under his command either. Was there anyone he cared about? Anyone around for whom he could act human? Maybe he was just a soldier with a mission and nothing more. Perhaps that was all there was to him. And yet, she felt something. Was it transference? June fought that possibility. She refused to accept the idea that she might be weak enough to fall for someone just because he was in a position of authority, like the patient who falls in love with her doctor. I love you for saving me. Flagg wasn't saving her. He was using her. And yet, what might he feel? Did he see her as someone for whom he cared, or was she just his current assignment? Maybe even his latest weapon. A gun he'd aim at his enemies and replace when needed with an even bigger one. Enchantress was the biggest gun anyone could own. She stopped in her wandering and looked around. The debris extended in all directions. As far as the eye could see, the soldiers guarding the hotel told her that this mountain of concrete and shattered glass had once been a world-class museum. She could just about see parts of crushed dinosaur bones and diorama displays mixed in with the rest of the trash landscape. A tunnel had connected the planetarium to the museum, a late add-on built in the last decades of the 20th century. Next to it were the remains of a shopping mall. Elite designer brands, once sought after and treasured, were now irretrievable under tons of steel and stone. So much for diamonds are forever. She continued on, not yet ready to return to her room, not nearly tired enough to put aside the day and go to sleep. June wasn't certain she'd ever again have a good night's sleep. She paused by the chest-high fence that traced the path of the Midway City River. Still untouched, the waterway seemed to stand apart. The river walk was a place people visited to get away from the rest of the world, even if only for a while. It was quiet and lined with trees and hedges that gave the illusion that the world didn't exist beyond the foliage of the high stone walls. There were eclectic shops where visitors could buy small gifts, jewelry, clothing, or even get a tattoo if that was what they wanted. There was nearly a dozen restaurants scattered along the walk as well, from American fast food to Mexican, Thai, Persian, Indian, more, and places to enjoy several dozen flavors of ice cream and gelato for dessert. None of them were open now, of course, but they calmed June because they reminded her of the way things had been. The walk went on for another couple of miles before circling back. It was peaceful, but June was more than aware that it was a deceptive calm. Midway City was ground zero for a war she still didn't understand, and she was patient zero. She, or Enchantress. Hey! Voice said, interrupting her reverie. Looks like we both need to get away. Rick Flagg continued as he approached. This seemed to be a timeout. I figured I'd grab a few minutes while I could. He glanced in the direction of the vines, which seemed to have abated for the moment. Everything's gone to hell, and back out there. I expect I'll get a ping any second now, telling me to haul ass. June remained silent, still confounded by him. Thinking back to their first meeting with her stuck in a bathtub, she felt the urge to embarrass, but inexplicably she felt something. When she looked at him, he was talking to her, but she wasn't sure he cared if she listened. I want to make sure you stay behind, he said. We can't risk anything happening to you. If you get killed, Enchantress might be free. I don't think anyone knows. Shop talk, she realized. It's all about the job. Is there anything else about him? Is there anything else to him? This walk is better than I thought it would be, she said, changing the subject. She pointed to a line of stores that stretched across the other side of the river. Most of them were still intact. Below it was shuttered. I always wanted to check it out, she added, as they slowly headed towards one of the stone bridges that crossed the waterway. Nice, Flagg agreed. But you should check out San Antonio's Riverwalk someday. It's better and bigger, too. He looked at her, trying not to stare, but that was becoming harder to do. Keep a professional, soldier, he told himself. June, if you don't mind, he began. I have so many questions about Enchantress. For some reason, she looked exasperated, but she nodded. Colonel, you can't possibly have as many as I do. Ever since the cave, I've been asking myself 100 new questions every day. I've not been able to answer any of them. I still have to ask, he responded. That's it, she mused. She could feel herself becoming angry. All I am to him is business, nothing more. But if he could tell she was irritated, he didn't show it. Are you one person or two? He asked, and there was a barely concealed excitement to his voice. Is she living inside you? Oh God, this is so damn bizarre. I don't even have a clue how to phrase it. June laughed at that. Relax, she said, and the anger dissipated. It confuses the hell out of me too. I've had these dreams, and she's been in them for so long now. The last few months, they seem to keep coming back every night, every damn night. How did you two meet? This is an interrogation then. Okay, she told herself. Keep it professional. First in the dreams, she replied. Ultimately, that led me to the cave. That's where I first saw her in person. You saw her? So there are two of you? Two distinct bodies? Blake asked. I think, but then there weren't. This will sound insane, but in the cave it didn't look as if she was all flesh and blood. She seemed to partly be, I don't know, smoke. Each time I summon her by calling out her name, I become her. Then if she says her name, she becomes me again. It's like there are two brains living in one body, only the body keeps changing too. Like I said, I don't understand it, but it scares me more than anyone can know. When she's her, when you're gone, where do you go? Are you conscious? Do you know what's happening? June thought about that for a moment. It's like I see what she's seeing, she said. I hear what she's saying, but it's also like I'm not there, even though I am. She paused. You okay? Like I asked. Rick, I don't want to talk about her anymore. I really don't. I'm sorry. It hurts too much. Standing at the apex of the stone bridge, she stared at the moon's reflection rippling in the water below. I came here because it lets me forget. I know it's just for a little, but it's enough. Having to talk about all this just brings me right back. I need a break. I'm sorry, he said. I should have waited for later. He stared down at the same reflection and breathing the cool air. She put her hand on his. For support or for something else? He didn't know. Please understand, she said. He kept his hand there under hers. For a long time they stood in silence, enjoying the brisk, clear night, knowing it would change very soon now. Then she turned to face him, tears filling her eyes. When I become her, I never know if I'll be her forever. I don't know what she's going to have me do. I don't know who I am. It scares the hell out of me, and I don't know what that makes me. It doesn't change you. I know at least that much, she responded. You're not her. She's not. She's just using you. And I'm going to be with you until we find some way, any way, to stop her. He turned his hand and cupped hers with it. She didn't move away. He felt nervous, the same kind of nervousness she'd had back in junior high school with Marcia Lane. He laughed aloud, and she looked confused. Is something wrong? She asked. He looked at her and smiled. Nothing's wrong. We're not even in the same neighborhood. It's wrong. Then he kissed her. She kissed him back. No. This night wasn't at all going to be anything like Junior.